Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Bachelor Presents Listen to Your Heart, Episode 3 recap. As always, it is your boy Dave Neal, stand-up comedian, host of the SAP podcast, and of course, your favorite Bachelor recapper. If I'm not your favorite, then I'm at least the person who uploads the recaps first, and I'll settle for that. Now listen, this is what I do. Every episode, I take notes, I read them back to you. We don't make any edits. We don't make any adjustments. What I write down is what we throw back at you. So let's recap the show. Let's roast a little bit. And listen, stick around. At the very end of my recap, I'm going to tell you who I thought was the best. And I'll tell you what, the best who, I don't know, maybe I'm watching a different show than everyone else, but my favorites were not who the judges picked as their favorites. So we'll get to that at the end. Let's start from the beginning. We open up like we do with most Bachelor type of shows. They're a montage of the contestants working out, having coffee, strumming some chords. Change it up a little bit, Chris Harrison. You always show them having coffee, but you never show them beelining it for the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, let's see some reality TV for once. Brandon chose Savannah, but then tells Julia he knew she would be chosen. Oh, that's a smart move, Brandon. Way to speak too much, you know? Women say they want honesty. Just don't be too honest, okay? She shows him her sexy morning shoulder. Did you see Julia? She's still playing the game. She showed him her sexy morning shoulder. She had the nice dark rimmed glasses. She had morning hair. She was looking good. She knows what she's doing. Here's what I know. Women viewers hate guys like Brandon who can't make up his mind, right? They hate a guy who can't make it. But if the roles were reversed, if there was two girls, if there was two guys and the girl couldn't choose, if she's love torn, blah, blah, blah. But the fact that the ball's in his court, everyone listening's had a guy like that who just had too many options. That's Brandon right now. He's got too many options and it ain't going to go well for him. And don't forget, like this video if you enjoy my content. Hit the subscribe button for all future recaps, for stand-up comedy, to watch the podcast. Whatever my videos are, I appreciate you guys checking out the channel. And first and foremost, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm. And we all know your boy could use a couple extra views. All right? All right, here we go. Chris Harrison shows up. He announces that there's no new arrivals. Everyone's excited because they weren't sure if they were going to get replaced. And then he gives everyone an ultimatum. Chris Harrison gives the old dad ultimatum. He goes, okay, next time I see you, you better be coupled or you got to go home, right? What a stern dad move that was. Like, if you don't clean your room the next time I come up there, I'm not letting you go to, camp this weekend or whatever the heck dads tell their kids not to do. Quit with those TikTok videos if you didn't make your bed. That's Chris Harrison. What did you like? Did you like this ultimatum that Chris Harrison had? Did you like this little pressure that he's putting in them to group up? I don't know. I mean, for me, I kind of like that he's making them make some, early decisions, but also alliances will be formed, strategic decisions will be made. I don't know. We'll see. Julia tells Savannah about Brandon's indecisiveness. She goes, I don't know if I should tell you this. Hey, newsflash. Whenever you have to say, I don't know if I should tell you this, the answer's you shouldn't tell them that, okay? Newsflash. And then she spills the beans. She tells Savannah that Brandon's still into her. Brandon's being honest. Aren't we supposed to appreciate honesty? Not on national TV, you're not. Let me tell you that, okay? Gabe opened up to Savannah, and she hardcore put him in the friend zone, and then he friend zoned Rudy. We had just a friend zone train being run. Can't we have a friend zone band? Why do they all have to have love so far? Why can't we just have a group of misfits, like the misfit friend zones? I don't know. Wouldn't that be a nice idea? And then it's like how One Direction was formed. It was all the rejects that didn't make it farther along. Next thing you know, they're the biggest band in the world. So I suggest they bring back the friend zone band. It's not too late. Savannah's ready to bounce, right? She heard Julia's revelations. She's like, no, I got to go. And then Brendan charms her. Brandon. I'm going to mess it up a million times. I don't know his name. He charms Savannah and he goes, you want to do this or you want to go home and cry? He's such a bully. I like him, though. He was sweet about it. He was kidding. He was like, you want to do this or you want to go home and cry to your mommy? What do you want to do there, Savannah? And he kind of had a point. He was like, we going to shack up, kiss a little bit, and get some exposure or what? Chris Harrison tells the cast about live performances and that the final couples get to go on tour together. Everyone goes nuts because clearly that's what everyone wants. They want to be able to go on tour and share their craft. I get it. I totally understand. And finally, it's episode 3. We're into the meat and potatoes, the live performances. This is what everyone's been waiting for. And it's basically just a bunch of dudes with guitars and their ladies singing with them. That's all it is. Julia's trying to collab with Sheridan while Brandon's in the background singing close by. And if this wasn't the case, then the editors did a great job of manipulating the situation. But boy, Julia, you were about to fall off the swing set. Let me tell you. Wow. First of all, we got Bekah and Danny. They have date night, fashion makeover, which basically is the producers saying, hey, we don't think you guys have any style at all. Let's get you a revamp. You know what I mean? Danny goes in for the hot tub kiss. Yikes. Look, guys, I'm not an expert in body language, but I'm pretty sure when a guy goes in for the kiss and she does just that double chin, I'm pretty sure that means no, she ain't into you. You know what I mean? She goes, I think you're an incredible human. Let me tell you guys this. If a lady, gentlemen, all right, ladies, pause, skip past this, whatever, gentlemen. If a lady ever tells you you're an incredible human, she ain't wanting you, okay? Incredible human does not equal incredible lover, right? She's not after Gandhi. She doesn't want an incredible human. She wants a guy who can, bend her over and take care of her. I don't. Every lady's different. I don't know what she wants. Okay, moving along. All right, Julia and Jamie eavesdrop on Brandon at the water cooler. This is peak white girl. Okay, I'm not an expert on many things, guys, but I am an expert on white girl. And when there's a white girl holding a tea on top of a water cooler, listening to somebody else make out, peak white girl. PWG, hashtag PWG. Leave a comment if you have any other peak white girl moments that you see. Julia's ruminating over the fact that Brandon chose Savannah. Ruminating, not a good thing. It's always when you ruminate over negativity and it makes you go crazy, and we're about to watch that happen to Julia. She's replaying everything he ever said, and it's clingy and it's needy and it's not attractive. We've all been there, lucky for us, not on national TV. We've all been there. You ever been there where you get a text message, you just read it back? She said she loved me. She said she loved me. I thought we were good. I thought we had this. And he's like, whoa, hold back. We just met. When Julia said to Savannah, I feel like we need a one-on-one, all of Bachelor Nation collectively groaned. We're all like, oh, we don't need this. Julia's sorry. Oh, Julia's song should be Let It Go, right? That she should have it. Like, Julia, you have a solo. It's called Let It Go. Let It Go. Brandon and Savannah, it's time they blow each other. That's where my mind goes. Savannah to Julia, why has my relationship with Brandon affected you so much? And then Savannah said, who are you to say I'm disingenuous? That's crazy to me. And that's the closest you can get to calling somebody crazy. She goes, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. What you're doing is crazy to me. Julia said, I don't have any feelings for Brandon. I literally spit out my rosé and I wasn't even drinking any. Okay, folks. Oh boy, this is a good recap we got going on here. We got a good recap happening here. Ryan and Natasha got a date card. Chris Lane's performing, and with Lauren Bushnell, who's of course married to Chris Lane. By the way, is Chris Lane Neal Lane's son? Wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be fun if that happened? Boy, pretty much a good upgrade for Lauren, though. No offense to old Ben Higgins, but she got herself a little rock star there. Not a bad upgrade. Then, of course, afterwards, we have Natasha and Ryan making out backstage, which you have to do. I don't know if you've ever been to a rock show, but when you're backstage, you have to make out against a wall. You can't just stand there and make out. You got to be against a wall. You know what I mean? You need that wall to help you hold things up. Moving along, Matt and Rudy might be the sleeper couple. Quirky voices, dark horses, right? Matt and Rudy, they got some nasty funk inside of them, and I'm ready for them to bring it out. I am excited for them. I love this makeshift recording studio in a red barn. I'll tell you what, The Bachelor, whoever they hired to be the musical director, A+ to that person. They're doing a good job. Guys, this is a dating reality show that's actually put together really good musicians. This is remarkable what's going on. And by the way, you know what I love? I watch online. I see what other commenters are saying. There's a lot of people that love Bachelor Nation that just love to hate on everything. And they're like, I'll never listen to my, blah, blah, that sounds gross. Well, I don't reject, blah, blah, blah. As far as I know, most people that are watching this show, and I know there aren't many. I know it's not highly rated. Most people that are watching this show really like it. And let me tell you, I liked it before the show started. I said, if they can pull off what I think they're going for, this is good. Because we're already watching nobodies fall in love. Now, what if we watch, I don't want to call them nobodies. What if we watch artists that actually have a lot of talent fall in love and then share that love through their talent? I'm on to it. All right, time for the performances. Let's get into it. Okay, we have our judges. We have Jojo and Jordan. How did we book them? What a get. I do like them. And they're one of the few couples that are still together. The old JoJo's ho-hos, we used to call them back in the day. Jojo and Jordan, Triple J. And then we have Jason Mraz. We have Jason Mraz there with the fedora. And, of course, pop icon Kesha. I got to tell you guys what. I'm the first to be dismissive of anybody out there. It's what comes with being a comedian. You just look at somebody who's got a lot of talents and you find their weakness and poke at it. But I got to give credit where it's due. And if you don't know Kesha's backstory, do some Googling. That is one strong woman. She's fought a lot of issues in the music industry, none of which I can even get into that will do them justice. But she is a fighter, and she can create some banger tunes. I mean, Kesha said some banger tunes in the day. Anyway, moving on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Google it. She's a warrior. Rudy and Matt. So shout out to Kesha. That's right. Credit where it's due. Okay, I'm sweating over here, folks. Whew. I feel like Jamie before performance. I'm like losing it. Rudy and Matt sing a little Shawn Mendes. Who knows? Double goosebumps. We got double goosebumps from this performance, which is when my fiance Tasha and myself both get goosebumps when we watch something. We get double goosies, we call it. So that off the bat was good. I mean, it was the first time we heard like produced a duet on this show. See episode 3. That was like rock solid good. I mean, Rudy can sing, and Matt, I don't think they've tapped into their potential yet. You know what I mean? So I'm excited to see where they go. And shout out to the bassist. These are session musicians, right? They get paid a couple $1,000 to show up, play some songs, whatever. So shout out to the bassist in the background for rocking it. Yeah, he'll wear his sunglasses at night. That's all right. We have Bree and Chris, great mature energy, old souls, right? Very old-fashioned souls. They have a deep connection. One might say an anam cara to them, which is the Irish Gaelic term for soulmate, soul friend, right? Don't they kind of have that? Like they've just been together forever? And I know it didn't quite show itself in the performance, but they have a giddiness that when they can harness that giddiness and parlay it, I think it's going to be something brilliant. He's got a great soulful voice, good performance, great chemistry, a lot of room to improve. Bekah and Danny, her voice blew me away. I wasn't surprised her voice was going to be so strong. I was like, geez, she came out sounding really good. Too campy. It was too campy. And also the fact that he's going in to kiss her and she's not kissing him back. It's like, bro, did you guys not work out your show beforehand? You got one song you're singing and you don't even know if you're going to kiss each other. And I'm sure the producers told him, hey, go in for the kiss. Kiss her at the beginning. Look, if she ain't feeling it, just play up some flirty friendship vibes. Jesus Christ, tough to watch. Really tough to watch. And I don't think we'll ever know the full story behind that. But also, like, look, they just weren't into each other. You know what I mean? When Chris Harrison said pair up or go home, they did the best they could, okay? He said pair up or go home. They decided not to go home. They got an extra performance out of it. They got an extra night of, whatever, a free meal, and then, whatever. But it wasn't for them. But, maybe they'll find their couples. Who knows? Savannah and Brandon. They sing, I Want You to Want Me. Savannah and Brandon. I liked them. I just wish they didn't interrupt the performance with Julia's thoughts. They almost overproduced their song. Just let them sing. You know what I mean? I thought it was good. I don't know. Julia and Sheridan singing As Long As You Love Me by Backstreet Boys. Here's what's interesting. She starts off really strong, and then it gets into some sort of karaoke vibe. But I think they had started off, stripped it down so good. So not quite a cappella, right? But it was really good. It wasn't overly produced up front. And I was surprised at how good her voice was. If we weren't watching how nuts she was going, being obsessive over other people's relationships, I would be like, dude, this is great. And then Sheridan, he's such a solid artist. You could tell everything about him is an artist, from the hair, everything, fingernail, everything about him is just an artist. And I want to see more of him. I want to see more of that. But what's crazy is after her performance, she's like, she immediately spins it around and then talks more about Savannah. It's like, gosh, get her out of your head. She should be charging her rent for all the real estate she's got in her head. Natasha and Ryan, sexy, groovy, great buildup. At first, they're sitting down. Ryan's playing the piano. I'm like, oh, where's this going? Then they get up. Next thing you know, overall, the arc of that song was great. If you only have one song to impress the nation, that was how you do it. They left nothing to the imagination, right? They just came out there and they crushed it. Ryan, flawless. Good job. Not that you need it from me. What do I know? I'm just a weirdo in my pajamas. I don't have pants on. Don't take my advice. Jamie, by the way, God bless this quarantine. The fact that we have this show to watch, I'm losing my mind. Did you guys subscribe yet? Subscribe to the channel, please. For the love of God, hit the subscribe button. Share it with your friends. Jamie, I'm trying not to swear. I'm trying to do all the things to make this more PG for you guys, all right? I'm trying my best. YouTube has a way of, demonetizing if I get too dirty. So you just have to imagine what I'm thinking. Jamie and Trevor, good. Not great, safe. I thought it was safe. I don't know. Great, sincere moments by Jamie afterwards, after the song, talking about self-love, finding her confidence, Kesha vibes. That's what I love about competitions like this. You have Kesha, who is a pop icon, right? Kesha's a pop icon. It's easy for the comment section to negate her, to be like, oh, she's no Britney Spears. Get out of town. I mean, she's top 0.1% that have ever done music. You know what I mean? For every Kesha, there's 10,000 people that weren't able to get one song on the airways. You know what I mean? So she's made bangers. She's great. And for her to have a connection with Jamie was really cool. It's cool to see someone who's been in the same sort of shoes as Jamie understand what that stage fright is like. Everyone's felt it. Stage fright. You kidding me? Every stand-up show, I got to, crap my pants beforehand because, you know what I mean? Everyone's got it. I was told this before. If you're nervous about a performance or about some scenario, even a date, it's the same chemical makeup in your brain, nervousness as excitement. So just channel it into a way of excitement. You're nervous because you're doing something you love and you want a favorable outcome. You're nervous because you're going to subscribe to this YouTube video, like it, and leave a comment, and you want me to respond. Well, guess what, buddy? I'll respond to you, and I appreciate that. All right? Rose ceremony. Let's get into it. Judges made the decision. Producers make the decision. Bekah and Danny go home. Bekah and Danny go home. Everyone else made it. No surprises. Bekah and Danny go home. They take separate cars to the airport. It's like, geez, how bad is it a friend zone when you got to take two separate cars to the airport? They're already staying in the valley. That's a $40 Uber ride, right? Okay, my top pick for the night. I'm sure you guys know where I'm going with it. My top pick for the night. Polished performance, knowing exactly where they stand, chemistry, overall telling a story. Natasha and Ryan. And I got to say this about Natasha. I was very critical of her when she first entered the mansion. And you have to understand why. She came in guns a-blazing. She came in with a scripted. Producers told her to call out Trevor, who, by the way, is growing on me as well. We like Trevor, right? Leave a comment. Trevor seems to be a solid dude. I'm happy for Trevor and Jamie. At first, I didn't like Trevor as much because I thought Jamie did a little injustice there to Ryan. But, Trevor and Jamie are meant to be. And now you've got Natasha, who comes in guns a-blazing. But honestly, after that performance, solid, crazy vocals. She's got the sex appeal. They have great chemistry. And I think Ryan also has way more to offer. He did well, but he's got way more to offer as a musician. So when they say, Ryan, be careful, she's going to be soaring all over. It's like Tasha and I both, my fiance and I both looked at each other and we go, I think Ryan's going to do okay. You're going to crush it, my man. You know what I mean? You got a huge market out there. Here's what I'm excited for moving forward. I'll get out of here after this. I'm super excited to see Rudy and Matt. I think they're going to blow the doors off people. Also, wouldn't it be crazy, looking at the previews, if Julia and Savannah swapped guys? Wouldn't that be crazy? I would love to see Sheridan and Savannah together. I think they're more earthy and more connected in that type. I do think it's a mismatch, Sheridan and Julia. And I don't know, maybe Julia really does feel like she's got the wrong guy. Who knows? But it's messy right now. We'll see how it plays out. I think there's only 2 episodes left. I think they end this thing with 5 episodes. I could be wrong. But anyway, leave a comment. Guess what? My birthday's this week, guys. My birthday's on Friday, May 1st. So do me a favor. For my birthday, leave me a nice comment. Share it with your friends. Like it. And go watch some of my other content. I'll post them over here. I got vlogs coming out. Some really cool videos that I'm making. I appreciate you guys checking out the content, sticking around with me. And I hope everyone out there is safe. Stay healthy. We're getting through this together. Love you all. Miss you all. Bye now.